Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
How do we do this thing again? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello.
Hi.
Happy Friday. Long time. Ooh, I just heard that. Mike's working. All right, we're still coming through. Happy Friday, though, everyone. Long time no see. It's been like a week, right, since we last streamed.
Yeah.
But we're back at it today. Probably only going to be a semi-short stream. We're starting a little later than we typically do. But we wanted to hop back on because, you know, it's October and we've got some spooky games to get to. Thank goodness it is Friday. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and you have a whole weekend now just to chill.
Just to
play
chill.
games and...
I know many of us had a short week with a long weekend last weekend, but part of the reason we haven't been on this week is October is a very busy month at work for me. A very busy and stressful month at work for me. And then also changing of the seasons and weather and stuff like that. Both of us have been a little under the weather at times, so...
I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather today.
Yeah, but we're going to tough through it, and we're going to get back to Paranormasight today because, I don't know about you.
I've been itching to get back into
We left at a point, we learned we learned how it worked, and then we're like, okay, we got to come back to this. So I'm looking to, figure it out now.
Yeah.
Because it was a very interesting first day playing Paranormasight. So yeah, I guess, let's not chat too much since we started a little late. I say we just hop right into it because I don't know about you all. I want to know what the heck is going on with this.
Craziness.
I don't know. Rewind. It is kind of like I said. It was like, it's gonna be kind of Life is Strange, but without the rewind. Well,
it kind of is.
Kind of not the same, but a little bit the same.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fire Paranormasight up, dive back in, y'all, and we might hear the music already. Let's lower the flowers blooming in the church over here, and hop over here.
Ooh, music is great.
That is one thing I think we could all agree on, was the music was great in this game. We're going to ditch the controller today as well. We had a controller last time, and it just seemed unnecessary.
Yeah.
We didn't know the gameplay.
Play the game again after 3 days.
Then we just got an achievement for that?
Yeah.
That's funny. Some unexpected jump scares there were. Yes, there were. Also, hello, Courtney, and hello, Chris. Thanks for stopping in, guys. But yes, there were definitely some unexpected jump scares. All right, so we last left. Can I just... Yeah. All right, what the hell happened? So Shogo Okoye is the main character, I think we can guess. But now that I'm looking at the screen, I feel like there's going to be other characters that have... Yeah.
Yes.
And he met Koju?
Yeah.
Was that her name?
It was a very, Japanese name.
Persons of interest. Yoko, that's what it was. He met Yoko in a park. She was, into the occult and shit. They were looking for the seven mysteries of Hanjo. They're talking. She just dies. She just, straight up, dies.
I like that. Dies.
I thought that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Right? Dead. And then you, find out, oh, shit, now I have this power, and I can just, kill anyone that walks away from me because that's my little idol's power or whatever. Yeah. And then you start finding all these other people that are out at night that do some of them also have that power? Are some of them not? What was the name? What was, let's see here. It was... Curse stones, yes, if they were curse bearers, and whether or not they would are they trying to kill us because you have to fill your curse stone if you want to bring someone back to life.
So some of them actually went off without us even pressing any buttons.
So that's what I was gonna say is like we were like going through and it's like, all right, I don't want to kill this person, and then they died, and it's like I'm holding the controller up, I'm like I didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
And then we learned out it's like we were like quizzed at the end of the game by the what was it, the storyteller? Is that the guy's name? Hold on.
That's that is his name.
The storyteller. This guy's like, oh, how many people do you think you killed, or you were responsible for killing? And I was like, 1, 2. Oh yeah, we killed 5 people. We didn't mean to kill 5 people. We ended up killing 5 people. And it's like, no,
2.
You only killed 2. And then it gives us back to this screen where we can now go back and make different decisions knowing what we now know. So we're going to go back to the Kinshibori Park with Yoko. And obviously you see the branch timeline of her dying. We are going to now try and not have her die. Exactly. And see how much that changes. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this goes, and if like, are we gonna get to the end of this line and then cut back to another one? Maybe it's gonna be Yoko's story. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun, guys. So thanks for joining, and let's hop into it, I guess. Okay, Kinshibori Park Part 2 for Shogo. Summary of previous events. Oh, they even give us a summary. We don't have to give a recap, even though we already did.
Anyway.
Shogo Okoi is with Yoko Fukunaga at Kinshibori Park, searching for one of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo. His interest in the occult starts to grow as he learns more about it from Yoko. Let's do it. Start from the beginning. How is the right related to the mystery? Something's happening to Yoko. I'm going to say start from the beginning, right? I think that's probably the best way. 1 a.m. First meeting Yoko in the park, I believe. Okay. So, I want to just get my bearings. Okay, so it's just click and drag. Oh, but it's like inverted click and drag. That's annoying. I want to see if I can change that real quick. Controls, camera, inverted. No, vertical. Yes, vertical. Yeah. Okay. I think that should... Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, let's... I've gotten most of my memory back, but I still feel a bit out of it. Oh, and the other thing the storyteller said is, like, it's up to us as the player to help Shogo out here, because Shogo, it isn't like Max in Life is Strange where she actually recalls the events.
Yeah.
We, the player, recall, but Shogo himself doesn't. So, check the surroundings again. It's gotten late, really late actually. It's already past 1 a.m. There's a chill in the air, but I guess that's normal for this time of year. Or so I keep telling myself. There's the telephone booth. These telephone booths are all over town. The lights are always on so they can be used in an emergency. I feel like there's more to those telephone booths. So let's talk to Yoko. Wait. You're kidding, right?
About what?
I mean, just now. It kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you. Oh, that's right. She was pretending like she was a ghost or whatever.
Of course. That was a joke. Duh. You don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you? But yeah. I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I bet you could down a whole gullet in one gulp. Seriously, there's a guy behind us. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with this 7 mysteries of Honjo business.
Okay, let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff?
Sure. I could handle a solid Moscow mule.
Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails?
Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right?
Weird stuff?
Yeah, like things you can see but can never understand.
You can't be serious.
Oh, she is serious.
You said there was a guy behind us.
Yeah, there was.
So that guy was the weird like monotone. I mean, I made him monotone, but he looked like he would be monotone dude that came up to us, and we ended up killing him too, didn't we?
Did, yeah.
And he was standing over here when eventually we saw him, but we don't get to see him now. Alright, that still says the same. I wish there was like, there's no way to like walk around. Oh, the playground. That's an interesting looking playground. I bet it's crawling with kids during the daytime, but it's kind of peaceful here at nights.
There was a guy behind us. Honestly, there was one. A guy.
You sure it wasn't like the shadow?
No,
like
there
the
was
shadow?
a guy. There was a guy behind us.
Okay, let's see if we can't see that again in the next.
When you say about the spirit sense, because she just spoke about it.
Yeah. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist?
You bet they do, but you can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful.
So, even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt that they exist.
That's right. The spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment thinking they might see something, and then they really do because they believe they would.
Is that how that works?
Yep. Just like drinking, you'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to down some shots.
Ain't that the truth? I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing.
Haha. You know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth.
Sheesh. He's not there yet. Should we just keep going about the spirit sense? Just go on one topic?
Yeah.
Because we kind of bounced around last time and we didn't get to ask all the questions. So I'm thinking we need to like exhaust an option.
Yeah. And if you can believe that, there might be hope for you yet.
You can't be serious.
Even the music is fucking creeping me out.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, so maybe we can't. Okay. Let's not ask about the alcohol, maybe? Or maybe should we ask about the alcohol? Should we maybe ask? I'm trying to think what we didn't ask. I don't think we asked much about the rite last time.
No, we didn't.
So let's exhaust those options. Oh, by the way, were we talking about the rite of resurrection?
Oh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Choco.
I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh?
So you know about it, huh? The rite of resurrection. A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got particularly everyone talking about it.
Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true.
So the rite of resurrection. It's the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by local historian Hideki Arishi and an academic conference.
You sure know a lot about this stuff.
That's because I'm secretly a huge Congult buff.
I kinda got that.
Oh.
But if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have been some basis in fact.
Exactly. That's why I believe the rite of resurrection is real.
Now I'm starting to believe it, too.
Good. The pursuit of the unknown starts with belief.
That's what she said.
I got that from Professor Arishi himself.
Anyone? Hello? No one? I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's used to it. Unless... No, it can't be.
What?
Says the recall still sounds the same. Is there anyone behind us yet? No. Oh no, okay.
I don't like this.
I don't want to end up with just her dead again. Should we go alcohol? I think we stopped asking about alcohol for sure.
I don't remember.
Maybe like, I don't know. Let's
I think...
go get a drink with her or something so she doesn't leave.
Yeah.
We definitely went on about these. Like, I
Yeah,
remember
I think,
asking...
I think talking about it too much is going to make something's going to happen to us. So I think alcohol would probably be better.
Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink? Real alcohol, I mean?
Whoa, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk.
Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up. Yeah, I think this is the way to go.
Oh, I see. If you really want to know, I like to think I can hand him a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow Mule.
Really now?
I just thought it sounded cool. I would like to try it though.
Why don't we go for a drink sometime then?
Oh, are you asking me out? No, you're just being a good Samaritan, right?
No, that's not what I meant.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll be up for that. But only if we find one of the 7 mysteries.
Alright, then let's get to work.
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh, okay, that's done. Never mind. Alright, hold on. Nothing. No, that. There's like that creepy orb as well. So, alright. Shit.
Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. Is there any... I'm wondering if there's any, like, does it just change because we've already reached this point? Or is there a trigger that we're supposed to be hitting that we might not be hitting now because... Now let's hit recall again just one more time. That still says the same. I mean, we don't have anything else to do but ask about the 7 mysteries, so... I just remembered, I actually did some research on the 7 mysteries of Hanjo at the library.
You did? What did you find out?
Well, I discovered a few interesting things.
Oh, tell me everything. I think we're gonna have to 7 mysteries. Not are these?
Because
really
there's like 10 of them. Yeah, but we said that last time.
Well, you said are those really ghost stories last time too?
Yeah, I think we did say both. So let's just go. Although they're called the 7 mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them. It's 9, not 10. Okay.
Oh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching.
Misty. I don't know if y'all could hear that, Misty. Almost adds to the creepiness.
It does, and I was like, what?
Misty is literally just standing on the steps, looking through the banisters, just going.
She's literally freaking me out. Can you not do that?
You think you did? She sees orbs for sure.
She sees something.
She's definitely seeing the Hanjo or whatever, something behind us.
Misty, come on in. Good girl. Come on. What is it? What is that you can see? Oh, I don't know what she's seeing.
Miko. All right.
Hi, girl. Hi.
Hold on.
Her teeth.
Nope. Okay, she's running away.
She was showing me her little tiny teeth. Weren't you? You little derpy.
You little derpy. Okay.
She's very derpy. Some people think there could be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folk tales. Stuff gets added to them over the years.
That's more extra stories than main ones.
Yeah, but the 7 mystery rolls off the tongue way better than 9 or 15. She said that last time.
If you say so.
But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember.
Huh, that's a good point.
Oh god.
Oh, I feel like I got like louder and creepier.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to go right into it again. So I read some of the stories and none of them were, well, scary. I thought they were supposed to be ghost stories.
That's true. But it's more like collection of superstitions, really. But they ain't so pretty disturbing ones in the mix. Oh,
yeah, like the one that's supposed to take place here, the Whispering Canal. People who fished in this canal would hear a voice call out saying, "Leave it." They had to abandon their catch or the canal would take it.
Oh, so he's telling her. Right.
Is that what you're expecting to find here in this park? They talked about this last time.
Not quite. We're talking about a folk tale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of a telephone game, who knows if it's anything like the original story?
So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know.
Exactly. I'm sure it is. I mean, weren't you curious?
About what?
People from around here have had that expression, left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing in it about leaving people behind.
Now that you mention it, that's
true.
true.
What are you doing, Cat? Stop it. Come on, out you get.
Come here, Misty.
She's just like scratching on something. Are you out? Good.
Yeah. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Ah, gotcha. Wait, hang on. I've got another question. You mentioned the rite of resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the 7 mysteries of Hanjo?
Oh, you're sharp. I could cut my finger on you. To tell the truth, it's actually the other way around.
What do you mean?
Well, I started off searching for the rite of resurrection, but along the way I realized that I needed to investigate the 7 mysteries of Hanjo first.
I see. So then... I know we asked her this top one because she mentioned the dog, Ogopogo.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with the bottom one.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think we get to ask both anyway, but... So about the connection between this rite and the 7 mysteries. Putting together everything we've talked about, my guess is that the original stories behind the 7 mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the rite of resurrection. And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right?
Wow, 10 out of 10. You've proven to be quite a capable assistant.
Wait, since when was I your assistant?
Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but some say that would lead to the 7 mysteries coming to be was the rite of resurrection itself.
Huh? Don't the stories come from the Edo period? I thought the rite of resurrection was supposed to be way older than that.
Right. It seems that an old Joji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art. That old manuscript I mentioned with all the details on how to use the rite, apparently it was written in the Edo period. Oh, right. I never told you its name. The manuscript is called the Record of Fates.
Whoa, what a name.
And it speculates that the secret of the rite is hidden within the 7 mysteries of Hojo.
Hanjo.
So now the 7 mysteries are the hot new trend.
Among who? You know, this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable.
Come on, remember what I said about the pursuit of the unknown?
It starts with belief, right? Alright, yeah, we get to ask both of them. I think we can kind of skip, like, we've definitely read all of this before. So, it's Ogopogo. Oh, yeah. It's like I remember making the OGOPO. Like, OGOPOGO.
Why do I feel like we're going to go back to how it was before and she dies?
Yeah, so... Alright, so at least blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The dog. Alright. So here's where you can maybe change stuff. Whoa! What the hell? It feels like the air just changed. What was that just now? And this is going to be... So... Something behind us. Something's got Yoko really rattled. I feel eyes on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Did we turn around last time?
Yeah, we did.
Do we maybe not turn around? Or should we turn around?
Oh, God, I don't know.
What do y'all think? Should we turn around? I'm trying to think like... So the power that we inherit, which is from the curse stone that drops near Yoko's body, has something to do with walking away. Like you're able to kill someone if you walk away from them. Let's just talk to Yoko without turning around, because I'm pretty sure we turned around last time. Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me.
No, this can't be. No.
Okay. No, we don't really... I think we have no choice but to turn around. There's nothing there, though. So we're gonna have to... But this is where that guy comes from.
Yeah.
So... Alright, why? Yoko! Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to keep talking to her, but that's what ends up with her dead. To know you, she's in no condition to talk.
Keep yelling her name.
I don't think we had that option last time. Huh? What? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? There's nothing there. Yoko, hang in there, Yoko. Look at me. You're going to be okay. It's all right. There's nothing there.
Ah!
Yoko!
Oh, gosh. Maybe that didn't work.
Oh, it did change something. Okay. Interesting. That changed something. We'll see what it changed. Shogo cries Yoko's name in a desperate attempt to wake her as she lies, unmoving, on the ground. Will his pleas get through to her? So we didn't yell her name like that last time.
No.
So let's see what, if anything, that changed. All right.
We're getting somewhere.
She's still alive.
Yeah. It worked. Huh?
Oh, good. You're awake.
What?
Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused, I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance?
Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before.
That's what she said to him when we very first started. That's what she said to him. The fuck? This, I'm cooking here. I'm cooking.
He always does this. In every story, he's like, something's going on here.
So.
But I'm just the same.
So there's definitely like a role reversal here.
Yeah.
I bet you. Remember how I mentioned that screen? It looks like there's another. I bet you we start from Yoko's perspective, and we see Shogo die and go, all that stuff too. Oh gosh. I bet you the same thing happens to him because he just said the same things that she says to him. Okay. You're the one who said it earlier.
Oh, right. That might have been it. My humor's well off balance.
What? Back there? You ended up like that because of your humors?
Yeah, I've heard that at this age, your humor's being even a little bit off can be fatal.
I'm glad you're back to normal now.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened.
Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow.
What? Are you backing out?
Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me, and I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation.
Come on, I just started feeling back to normal too.
Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay?
Oh.
But didn't we learn throughout the night last night that that night is a special night that things align? Yeah. So I think it has to happen this night. So this is going to be a dead end, I think, as well. I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Oh fuck! No, we are gonna go, but we don't have a curse stone.
Yeah.
So skipping all of this, we haven't met them, and now we're fuck. Okay. Worried about Yoko after her bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off their investigation into the mysteries for the night. Despite her stubborn objections, he managed to persuade her by offering to continue the search on his own. Alright, Shogo. It's 5 a.m. already, too. We went through 2, 3, 4 a.m.
But it's light.
Yeah. In further news... Before dawn today, a police officer on patrol discovered a man collapsed in a Sumida City park. That motherfucker that killed Yoko. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area at around the same time. So some other cursed, that fucking weird, creepy, tall-ass lurch-looking dude. As a fucking title drop. This is we're 4 hours into this game. What is this, credits?
Wait, what?
Alright, we beat the game. We're done.
I think we have.
There's maybe one ending. But we don't know jack shit.
Okay, end of... Let's go, guys.
Alright, off to Resident Evil now. Well, we're in the... Yes. In the words of Doctor Strange, we're in the end game now. Which you are on, by the way.
I am! Oh. Well done in your efforts this far.
So I know the way OBS and Steam work, that you probably all heard the Steam achievement sound, but the achievements don't pop up in the corner. It literally just said complete the prologue. So we've just started the game.
We just started the game, yeah.
This brings Shogo Okoi's story to a close. So he's literally the prologue, and now I wonder if we're gonna play as Yoko, as Richter, the fucking Michael Jackson looking dude, and like that chick, the school girl looking chick that hopped out of the school.
Yeah.
I wonder if we get to play as them.
The music is awesome.
Yeah. But this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. Yeah. The routes of the 3 protagonists have now been unlocked. Yeah, okay. Haru Shigima, a woman who has lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. We did not find that out about her.
No.
This is... Okay, that's the cop.
Yeah.
Tetsuo Tsutsumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who's looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. And then there's the schoolgirl. Okay, Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead, a girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Following these 3 storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. I feel, you know what this reminds me of? Like the storyteller telling all this is like Goosebumps or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch or read Goosebumps?
I never.
R.L. Stein?
So I was scared of them as a kid, so I didn't.
Wow. Oh, so you can zoom in. So yeah, so there it is. So we have Shogo. We've kind of learned how it all works.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of an innocent bystander, though. And then these 3. Which do we want to start with first? Major Brainer, right?
Shall we go down the list, maybe?
Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna go to Haru with Richter. There's our Michael Jackson cosplayer. When the son of Haru Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Haru has hired a private... Oh, that's right, because he's a private investigator. So she hired him. 1 year later, Haru has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Yeah, and didn't we learn he didn't have a curse stone?
No.
May those who mock fires perish in flame. Kill them. Kill them. The flame bearers. Kill them all. You have acquired... Oh, so here is Haru's... So what was the one was... Shogo's was get them to walk away, and we'll be able to kill them. This... Haru's the power, the haunting clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device, because Shogo had the lighter on it. Press the use curse button to set your target alight. All right. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar.
Ew. Scary.
Now. Kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You, who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Every time I read curse bearer, I think of FF16.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we are at midnight. Shigima Mansion reception room. Oh, so she's pretty well off. She's got a mansion. Back with, oh, that's right. I had like a nice New Orleans accent on him, right?
Yeah, you did.
Back with me, ma'am. Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Sweet dreams.
Housewife.
Okay.
No. Not dreams.
Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Alright, so we are playing as her now. So we can get a... What is this? Is that a rooster?
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is?
Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before. Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down.
Let me take a closer look. I knew it. It's Head Henshaw from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item.
Excuse me?
Don't tell me you've never heard of the Mockingbirds. Mock, yeah, ing, yeah, bird. Dumb and Dumber.
No. The what?
They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents.
I'll never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you.
The best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made up by some anonymous artist who conveniently leaves them behind in some specific locations. Was it like Banksy? No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up in here of all places? This is a good sign, I'm sure of it.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Mockingbird number 1 discovered.
Ooh. Another achievement.
Check out the stereo. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one even though he isn't one to listen to music often. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it, and I don't even know what the flowers are called. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. So obviously Haru, considering this is a mansion and that she's got hanging scrolls, flower arrangements, a very expensive looking stereo, a color television.
Doesn't look colored to me.
Well, remember, this is like in the 50s.
Oh, yeah. They didn't have colored ones in there.
I
They were
think
black and white.
I think the fact that she has one. Yeah, father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets, so it's like brand new. Which just leads me to what I was saying is I think she's pretty well off.
Yeah.
Unlike the latest models, there's no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with father and my husband being so far off, being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. Okay. Oh, and we got a fax and a rotary phone. A fax machine, it can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I really find a use for it. The telephone. This mansion has a private line. Okay, so again, leading to... The swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual with Richter here. Usually it's just me. Oh, we got a chandelier up here too. The lights. The chandelier is the only thing in here that's my choice. It's my favorite part of the room. The only thing that she actually got to choose was the chandelier in this whole room. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ota City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Alright. Well, I guess let's get to talk. Well, hold on. Let's think a little bit first. My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance, at long last. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time, you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about?
Well, where do I start?
Interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere, told you how to perform the rite of resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right?
That's right.
So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. Looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. Okay, hi, bye.
Hi, okay, bye.
Just comes in and shadow drops a Miko and Misty tree. Where are they?
They're sleeping.
Misty, yeah, you know what? They're Burrito. Come back when they're awake, please. We ain't awake. We have some peace and quiet with them sleeping and you not around. So we'll hold off on that right now. Oh, Miko. But we will make sure that both Miko and Misty receive a treat in your name. We will make sure
They're
that
both sleeping right now.
I see your mouth
If
moving.
you can't... But I can't hear. How rude.
You can read this.
Rude.
No.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get banned.
Read my lips. All right. Anyway.
I don't think you quite understand.
Oh.
This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. Burrito, burrito, burrito. Stop it. Stop it.
I hope your seatbelt doesn't work on a roller coaster.
I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head as clear as day.
You just knew, huh?
It was etched onto my soul, along with the curse's echoes, resentful memories. So I can feel it. What it was like.
Ugh.
Dying like they did hundreds of years ago. Wetched in flames, withering in pain as much flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. Oh gosh. I think I need to kill someone.
That's quite of a sentence to say to a private detective. I think I need to kill someone.
Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. Oh shit.
I see. That could be a problem.
You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity.
The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, let's think about that, huh? My heart's still racing. This is it, my chance at long last. So that's still...
So she obviously wants to kill him.
I don't think she wants to kill him. I think she wants him to help her kill... Because remember, when we played a Shogo, he basically set us up to get killed in that park by her.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to help us at this point, as we're playing as her, kill the people that we need to. That's what you hire me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigema.
Oh, yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it.
That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of...
Nothing.
1 lead.
So you said.
As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway.
I remember. You were just about to tell me. Was it her? Was she the one that did it?
No, I bet you it's going to be one of the other characters.
Maybe.
This is ours, so that still says the same. If I'm thinking we're acting as her, I'm going to immediately want to know that what he knows about the kidnapping then.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself.
No, I'm very familiar.
Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Ocoyo River, here in Somita City. That's quite a wide area.
That's right.
In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from, but it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in now he was seen at school, but went missing before he arrived at his house. It's likely that he was abducted by a car on his route home.
Maybe, but...
Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger.
That's right. I was very firm about that. I knew he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children.
It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. Can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So, did they target him at some other time, or somewhere away from his unusual route, or from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off?
The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must just have gotten lucky.
Well, why not turn the problem on its head? Should we just keep going about the kidnapping then?
Mm-hmm.
Or should we go?
The thing about the investigation.
Oh, you want to go investigation?
Yeah.
You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I found and then we can make a decision?
Alright.
Let's keep going about that then, right?
Yeah.
Oh. He's still saying the same then.
Yeah.
So should we go back to the kidnapping then?
Yeah.
The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is it going to be one of those rooster things? Is if there was somebody that he would have had a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew.
But all of the adults she knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly.
They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew, or rather,
He knew them.
he thinks it's one of those cops?
Mm.
What if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? Yup. That would explain why I didn't find them suspicious. The Shigema family has close ties with the police, after all. He would have had a reason to trust them.
You might be right. But surely they couldn't have...
Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point, after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. Alright, so that still says the same.
Don't know.
Keep going about the kidnapping?
I think he's just going to keep saying the same old...
Well, let's... But here's another interesting little bit of the trivia that I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, Nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong.
That's right. Wait, sure you can't mean...
Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car?
He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. Oh gosh.
You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here.
Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone.
She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. Interesting. I wonder if that's the schoolgirl that we'll be able to play as.
Maybe.
Man, he is just going on and on about this stuff. Should we go back to the investigation and see if that's changed? No, that's still the same. Okay. Keep going about the kidnapping, or should we ask him about the right?
I don't know. Maybe go about the right of resurrection.
The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about that in the Cult magazine the other day. Apparently some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Hanzhou.
I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I had done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive.
You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but. A big but. If this ride is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul.
Is that a problem? Oh God, that looks...
Jeez, with those eyes? Is that a problem? If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you.
Oh, that's a shame.
A shame, huh? That's all?
I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful.
You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that?
I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. Oh my God.
That's so, is it?
Wow.
Dear, oh dear. What have I got myself into? Well, now let's maybe ask about the investigation. Nope, never mind. Keep going about the right, back to kidnapping.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, you've done it already.
I'll make the decision for you.
If it
then.
makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them.
I won't be a part of the murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. Well, we know she's well off.
I'll pay you. Oh my god.
He's a private detective. What else is he in line of work for?
Do it then. How much can I give you to change your mind?
Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies, and I stick to them.
I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn.
Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out.
What do you have in mind?
Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later.
Well, then I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you just approve?
That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now.
My...
Ooh, okay. Maybe go back to the kidnapping?
Mm-hmm.
So, the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases, that goes for witnesses too. And if I figured that maybe, if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had.
Do you mean he saw it happen?
Well, I can't say that for sure yet. Turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked me if we could talk in private. Several hours earlier. Interesting. Alright, this should do. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name again? Jonuichi. Got it. Well, Jonuichi. It's like it's Jono.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who was trying to kill you? A student called Michiyu Shirashi. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty.
Naughty.
It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michiyu Shirashi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least, she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you spilled the beans? Yes, that's it. Exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her, I'm telling you. She's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying, but it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here.
The face.
It's better than the one police detective that was like with the duck lips the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
At the part of me while I hydrate as two male voices back to back in the scene
It's kind of
gets me.
Yeah.
It's true. Her house, it's... forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Hey!
And then he kind of runs away.
But he told him.
Right.
He did tell him. And that's about the long and short of it. But was he also... I'm immediately sus of that dude, and he's probably like setting Richter up now.
Yeah. I can hardly believe it.
At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it.
Then if we can just find that girl.
Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Koichi Jonichi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida.
A teacher? Then this schoolgirl.
Is one of his students? I think that's very likely. Alrighty then. Anything new? Doesn't look like it. Man, he still keep going on.
It's really interesting though.
Yes. Keep going about the kidnapping then?
Yeah.
Alas, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. Alright, so maybe now ask about the curse. Well, here. Yeah, so he still doesn't... So we gotta go to the curse. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The haunting clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
The
The original story did happen somewhere near here. I'm sure I remember hearing that.
In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Hanjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere.
That sounds sensible.
Right, I think
Maybe try about the investigation. See what...
Yeah, he's still going to say that.
Okay.
I think we have to finish all of them and then
Yeah.
go to that. And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right?
That's right.
In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed that warning. Seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table.
You really think it is that good?
Target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. Say that condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them.
Maybe. I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone that I could, and then they have to do what I said.
Threats could work, although without having any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second.
At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now.
That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig.
Oh, I see.
You're an odd one, ma'am. If you don't mind me saying. And I don't think it's just a curse.
You're a flatterer.
Hee hee. Alright, let's keep going about the curse. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside your normal routine.
Normal routine.
Alright, now I think we can ask about the investigation.
Yes.
Right then, have you decided what you want me working on? Do we want him helping her with finding the curse bearers or helping find who killed her son?
I don't know. I have no idea. I kind of want to investigate the kidnapping, but I don't know if that's going to be juicy enough.
Juicy enough? I mean, I think it all kind of...
Like-
I think one leads to the other.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Let's go with investigate the kidnapping.
Okay. Finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son.
Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my efforts on looking into the kidnapping.
Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises, could you search for the other curse bearers?
All right. I see how it is.
So she's trying to get him to
Do both.
To do both, yeah.
Well, I'd be happy to help.
Oh, God.
Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. And when they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up, I can start asking questions. I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try to find Miss Shirashi as part of the bargain.
Thank you. That's more than enough.
Hey, GB. Thank you for the
Hello,
hydrate, GB.
I'm going to drink mine too.
Much needed with all this reading. Much needed. Now then.
I'm sorry, but he looks like Michael Jackson. He really does with his hair and the hat, and you can literally just... Honestly, he looks like Michael Jackson. And he has the whole, like, shirt going on, and his pants.
So what you're saying is if we're able to find who murdered Haru's son, that person would not be a smooth criminal.
Yes. He does. He's like full on, like Michael Jackson and a cowboy, all mixed into each other.
He does have a very big belt buckle.
He really does.
What happens if the schoolgirl's name was Annie, and then he busted into the school and was like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. And I'm just gonna beat it! Beat it! Alright. Let's keep going on.
Oh, gosh.
There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out on the streets.
Wait.
No. What are we doing? What are we... Oh. You're putting this on? Oh, boy. You look more like a freaking Pokemon trainer. With that freaking hat.
There you go. I did it.
Don't go outside if you can help it. And try to be ready for anything.
I will.
Well, if that's all, I should be going.
Goodbye. Oh, God.
So the good news is we exhausted everything from this. When it cracks, like, we've done everything. So
Yeah.
Shall we continue with Haru's storyline or switch it up?
I think I'm actually I'm intrigued.
You want to just continue this one, right?
I'm intrigued about what this is going to happen, or how things are going to happen and stuff.
Despite having obtained the curse of haunting clappers, Haru Shigima is determined to use the rite of resurrection by stealing the remaining curse stones. She instructs her private investigator Richter to find the other curse bearers.
This is what I think as well. Like, all these characters are very selfish, and they want to get the resurrection stone so then they can I'm guessing she wants to resurrect her son.
Yeah.
But she's doing it selfishly. She doesn't care who she kills. She just wants that.
But part of that, is that her or is that the curse stone? Because it sounds like the stone makes you want to just kill.
Yeah.
Well, no. What did Richter say? It's the more you want that person back, the more your bloodlust is. So it's like
the more you want
the more
it.
desperate you are, the more susceptible to the bloodlust that you are. So yeah, it's kind of like it does. She does come off selfish, but the selfish.
They all do. They all.
The selfishness comes from the desperation. The more desperate you are, the more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I think real quick. Let's take a very quick break because I'm out of water. And GB asked us to hydrate, and I was like, I barely got any water left, and with all this reading, my throat's already starting to hurt a little bit. So we're gonna take like a very quick break. We're gonna refill the water, stuff like that, and we will be right back to continue Haru's story.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
We have a kitty and
I have a Miko. I have a Mikote.
she's so freaking cute.
Oh, you
there we
looking at
go.
chat? You looking at chat? I need to get you a treat. Uncle Burrito got you a treat. Can you grab one?
Close up, Jess.
All the pets. All the pets, Courtney says. Oh, look how she brings it to her mouth with her
There,
paw.
watch again. Watch
She
again.
always does that.
Ow!
She always
Come
does
here, then.
that.
Do you want some?
Oh, that got Misty up?
Yeah.
Can you guys can see Misty back there on her little throne? Okay, Nico, that's enough. You've had quite a few treats.
Let me
today.
go and take one to.
Go take one to Misty, and then that way, Uncle Burrito's treats will have been given away.
Miko loves these treats. She absolutely adores
I think
these
she
treats.
loves any treats.
But the vet said she's not allowed much, so.
The vet didn't call her fat. She said, I think the vet's words were, she's at the top end of where I'd like her to be weight-wise. So,
Can't
not
wait.
not needing of any diet, not needing of any special
Yeah.
exercise, but
This one over
let's
here is
just
going to be needing it.
keep an eye on her weight, you know.
Missy, on the other hand.
Misty goes for her vet appointment in the next month or so. Oh, okay, girl.
There you go, girly.
Misty has her annual
wanna-
checkup in about a couple of weeks. We had to set it, but she's due for her shots at the end of the month, and she will definitely be told she's fat. There's no way around that.
But she was bigger than that, and then we literally gave her exercises and stuff.
Yeah.
And she literally
Cut back
lost.
on the food a little bit, so she's slimmed
But
up a little bit. But
we have got these things we're going to put on the wall for them so they can climb up and do stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully then that will help.
hopefully I'll
them
hang that
to-
over the weekend.
Yeah, so them two will be able to exercise.
Yeah, they like just being on the walls.
And Misty loves climbing
Yeah.
because she climbs a lot.
That's why I always see we've got these chairs, kind of even when Jess isn't sitting here streaming, we kind of just leave the chairs.
And they
Kinda,
both just sit.
because they don't like being on the ground. They like being up and elevated at different. So we had the perch in the window and different high locations for them. So that should really help out.
Yeah.
All right. So during the break, I saw that we had a subscription, tier 1 sub, 10 months. Jess Garnett.
Hello.
Thanks, babe.
Are you okay? It's all good.
10 months is still crazy. Still pretty crazy.
It's two months. It's gonna be a year.
It's about a month
And we
and a
need
half.
to
really.
we need to sort out what we're gonna do for a celebration.
Yeah, we've got time for that. Let's continue on here.
He always does that. I was in England when I was just subbing.
And sub points are a whole thing towards more emotes and stuff like that. We're still a ways away from getting some more emote slots, but more on that maybe in the future. It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened, but he hasn't. So all I can do is wait and wait. All right, so we've already looked at all these, but we'll look at them and see if they're any different. There's nothing on at this hour. I see no point in turning it on. Oh, there's a newspaper now. What's this? A newspaper? It must have fallen off the chair. Why? Why are we getting...
I actually hate newspapers.
What do you mean?
Literally hate them because
Like-
they're all doom and gloom, and I hate them.
Well, you could say that about any news.
And then I hate looking on social media at news because
wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, I hate it.
Doom scrolling. Reading the newspaper. The olden day doom scrolling. I think newspapers serve a very in today's
they
age.
did years and years ago. They don't.
Journalism is a very I come from a somewhat journalistic background, schooling wise and all that. Journalism is a much needed medium in society. But what journalism has become in today's age is a far cry from what it used to be and what is actually needed. And now it's turned more into entertainment and what journalism pays the bills. And
I'm all for that, but like, don't print things that are not true and not okay, because most people just want to do that for money.
That's like the tabloids and stuff.
They don't care about. Yeah, it's the same thing, babe. It's literally the same thing. When they do like newspapers and magazines, they're pretty much the same thing. They're pretty much like
not here in America.
Well, they are in England.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see newspapers much anymore these days, anyway. But all right, so we don't want to read it. Read it. What are we doing?
What do you think, guys? What shall we do?
People used to find jobs in the newspaper. That's how people got their news. I used to do the Sunday crosswords and also after delivering papers in multiple 40 days would find not seeing them again. Yeah. Oh man, years. Oh yeah. Ugh.
I remember like wanting to actually have a job at 15, like going around people's houses and throwing the news. Yeah.
About it.
But they don't actually do that in England.
I know.
You have to literally go to the house and actually go and put it in their like letterbox.
Well, you guys have letterboxes.
We have letterboxes.
We have mailboxes here,
which is kind of annoying because then all you have to do. I don't know why England don't do it. Just put a friggin' thing at the end of the road and just slide it in every, instead of stopping and going to every house. Like that, you guys have got it. We don't. Like, we copy you guys all the time, and you guys
our
copy
roads.
Us.
It's set up a bit different. Guys drive on the wrong side of the road. Anyway. Are we reading this newspaper or not?
I think reading it might give us information of what's happening, but then I don't want to read it because I don't want to know.
Almost clicked it.
So I don't know. What do you guys think? Shall we do it? Shall we read it or shall we not read it?
I find it very interesting that we're getting the option to read it or not read it.
Yeah.
Which to me makes me think like this branches off one way or the other. Do it. All right. Courtney says do it. Let's do it. It's a newspaper.
Duh.
I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. Ugh. Looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it'd make my eyes water. Eventually, people started getting sick, and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smog. Okay, so that's... Should we read all of these? Should we read all of these?
Look at the education articles.
Oh, because of the school, right. I'm sorry, I just like smacked you there. Everyone attends...
I can't go over that.
Everyone attends high school now, even girls. Universal education policy, they call it. You got it, babe. Remember, this is Japan, 1950s.
I know. I'm joking. Like, even girls go to school?
What?
Oh my god!
Can't educate them girls.
What are we supposed to be in the kitchen eating food and stuff and making food?
So, some people would still say that in 2024 here. So.
What are you guys doing voting? You should be in the kitchen making food for the families.
It was that Harrison Bucker, the Chiefs kicker. The country's gotten rich enough that every child can go to school. Education is the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to go to a good university. With more people in the running than ever, the competition to get into those universities has gotten fierce, though. The new generation is rebelling. Schoolyard violence and delinquency are on the rise. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in any of that. I don't want to read anymore. It'll only remind me of him. Alright, let's look around a little bit more.
What is that at the back there?
It's a fax machine. I really find a use for it. Yeah, so that's
What's
the same.
that? Oh, no, it doesn't
It looks
say.
like a... Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't.
Do you
I've
think
seen it
something's happened to him,
too
maybe?
often to feel anything from it now. Well, we know, like, we were on the other end with Shogo,
Maybe he's talking, yeah.
so he might be talking to Shogo. Yeah, we don't know. The flowers put me at ease, just a little. Should I put a record on? No, it's too late for that.
Go
I'm not.
put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. That's an old song. That's a couple of years ago.
Yeah, who was that?
I can't remember her name, but that just came to my brain. Tell me your favorite song. Go ahead and put your head down. Oh, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. We play that on our station. I can't
Hang on.
think.
Let me find it. I'm
Don't-
going to do my Google search.
No DMCA. I'm not in the mood for music anyway. Girl, but it's not like Bruno Mars, is it?
No. Here you go. Here we go.
Don't play it.
It's called. Her name is called Corianne Bailey Ray.
You sure?
She hasn't been around in ages.
It's a one-hit wonder.
Mm-hmm. You go ahead and let your hair down. Sapphire and Fairy Jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead and let your hair down.
Okay. I'm gonna let my hair down. Alright, so we can't click the rooster thing anymore. Television's been... Oh, the clock. The ticking seems so loud. It just goes to show
Yeah,
how quiet
I've
it is.
noticed that. When we were looking at the newspaper, all I could hear was the clock making that ticking sound.
That is the ambience right now. There's no music playing. There's no BGM. It is just the ticking clock.
I feel like something's going to happen. I really do think something's bad.
So all we have left to do is read this newspaper. So
maybe look at the television articles.
I don't really watch much television. It feels as all the information in the world gets passed through that little black box. But Father stopped them from reporting on the kidnapping back when it happened. I was glad about that. Less fuss.
More.
Now the comedy boom is over. All the comedians are flocking to other genres. The occult seems really popular at the moment. Look at all those paranormal specials.
Okay.
Let's just start from the top. There's one thing Hanjo never wants for, it's horrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody I knew. I don't read the news anymore, not since last year. It brings back bad memories. More society articles. Suicide at local high school? Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think, or maybe it was something about exam pressure. What? But no, this can't be right. Oh, is it the me? Her name. Michiyu Shirashi from Komagata High School. So that's the girl that Richter... Oh, Lord. So, okay. It can't be. All sorts of articles about the current state of the economy. Now that the post-war boom has passed its peak, we're moving into the era of large corporations. It's about 220 to 230 yen to the dollar. Manufacturing is on the rise and exports are healthy. The dollar's down from its height, and people are saying it could fall further. There's no denying how much of the standard of living has improved in the past years. It's common to own a car and television now, and supermarkets are better stocked than ever. Although with everyone flocking to the city, land prices are skyrocketing. Nowadays, most people can only dream of home ownership. The city center is going to be nothing but apartments before long. I'm not exactly a businesswoman, so this all feels like another world to me. Now that everyone has more spending money to go around, people are coming up with all kinds of new diversions. It seems like only yesterday that people were flocking to the arcades to shoot aliens. But now... This music is creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
But now we have these enormous theme parks and gaming machines that plug straight into our televisions. Everyone's talking about superhero series, foreign films, and movies based on the latest bestseller. Back in my day, fusion rock and folk music was all the rage. But now it's all about city pop and idols. I find it hard to care about that stuff, that sort of thing anymore. I hear the big thing is some mascot line of delinquent birds. Mockingbirds, I think it's called. Was that what Richter was talking about? Trends seem to have such short shelf lives now, with how quickly the times are changing. I think I'm just too old to keep up anymore. It's young people who are leading the way, with their modern world views. My generation will fall only further behind. Oh, I can click on the guest table. I didn't realize that. Come to think of it, I never offered him any tea. Not that I ever learned how to make it. So the rotary phone hasn't been checkmarked. I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. I've made sure the receiver is on the hook. It'll ring as soon as he calls.
Ah. That must be him. I don't think it is. I'm scared.
Scared?
I don't think it's him, but yeah.
Answer?
Yeah. Hello, shouldn't in my residence?
Dead. No. Oh, we're on the bridge, so we're playing as Richter. Here we go. So this is where Shogo ran into him.
Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to come and get a bridge. Richter, there's something I need to tell you.
Funny. I was just thinking the same thing. Standing around is the last thing I wanted to be doing right now. This is my only chance to bring back my son. I can't afford to fritter it away. Fritter it away? So there's the river. The Sumida River. The water is filthy and horrid, but at night, when it's still, it looks almost peaceful. Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Hanjo folks picture when you think of home?
I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it.
Right. Should have guessed.
This is where they found him after he went missing. All alone, floating in that horrible water. All I can think is how scared he must have been, how cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then, and I prayed to the river to give him back, to give me back my son, day after day after day.
You know, in olden times, people believed rivers marked where our world met the next. Like the river Styx. So the act of cross and flow in water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. That same place would later become Hanjo. What are you looking for, babe?
My kitty. Mikote. She's not here.
Yeah, she might have gone upstairs. She got her treats. She's done.
Yeah.
All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then the Ryugoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meriki, and just like that, Hanjo was part of the city too. And as it turned from the farmland into a town,
That's a big map.
the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways.
Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told.
They were, but that's not all they were for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore and stop it leaking through to our other side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too.
So if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife?
Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else. I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make this spot where we're standing right now, right over the water, the border between life and death. If there was ever a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. I might have done more than you think.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Just thinking aloud, ma'am.
Well, it's nice thought.
Okay. So there's the river still.
Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you?
Go ahead.
It must have been...
Oh, whoa. I just right-clicked by accident and sped through all of that.
Whoopsie.
My finger got a little... can I go... No, I can't. Oh, wait.
Oh, you can.
Here I can. Yeah, we can.
It must have been about 20 years now when I was still a schoolgirl. But back then, the Samida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and interdimensional discharge. It was scummy and slimy and it stank.
Stank?
You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. Ooh.
Ugh.
Ooh. And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand.
Ugh. What?
It was almost a miracle when you stopped to think about it. What were the chances that someone could find a piece of her that was still recognizable? And that although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water. Oh gosh, I don't like this. The part that was left would have identifiable scar, and that they could tell it would been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Ooh.
Wait. Are you talking about the Najima murders?
So you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were at elementary school at the time?
I wasn't really aware of it then. I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours.
Oh, shit. To be honest, it was all a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos just parted around me. Something like that. They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. Ooh. They combed the riverbed, but they only found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers had been looking for her fell ill. Ooh.
A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny. Everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself.
That's right, which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing. Everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city, and they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. Oh gosh. You see, back then, if you chopped a body up into tiny pieces and threw it in the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
They arrested him shortly after.
Fumachika Najima.
The man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so mythical about it, he couldn't have been his first crime. Oh gosh. And people began to wonder how many other girls they murdered in the same way. This is very dark.
This is
This is really dark. I don't know if I like this. To be honest with you. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end. But the Rivers knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? I'm blaming this on Shane. Shane, it's not supposed to be this dark. That same thought spread through everyone's mind and they started to avoid this area. So really, this river has been ranked with corruption for decades now. Or at least that's how it seems to me. Well, that was interesting.
Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Najima murders.
But how could I not? After all, I was the one. What? He found the hand.
Ooh.
Whoa. The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. What the fuck? They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Najima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me.
Huh. I guess it just wasn't that killer's day.
Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it. Oh my god, I really don't like this. I really do not like this.
Standing outside.
I'm blaming this on Shane. Shane, I'm blaming it on you. If you see this, I'm blaming it on you.
We're on Komagata Bridge over the Sumida River. There's a highway on the one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night.
Anyone want to play Resident Evil? I'd rather play that than this right now.
Oh, because that's such a lighter tone, babe,
No,
I'm sure.
it really isn't.
The Sumida River. I have nothing but awful memories of it. Okay. So that's surroundings. Alright. He's gazing down at the water.
What? Are you guys going to jump in?
No, it's about talking, I think.
Oh.
I would have Richter go first, right?
Mm-hmm. Please, go ahead.
Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries looking for curse bearers. And I think I found a few candidates. First, a tall man I ran into in Kinshibori Park. Yeah, this is that creepy fucker.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around on me. And he was out there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw on South Warigesui Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the curse stones in his hand. He had a nervous air about him, too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dregs, I'd bet. He'd make a good target. Next up is a pair, a young man and a woman I saw around Ryogoku Bridge.
Oh.
This time, the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around there often. Looking for kindred spirits would be my guess. Though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soldier eggs in a group might be a decent idea if you can make it work. But with things being how they are, it's got to be hard to find folks one can trust. They've got brass, though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Last is 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around. The police? Oh, sorry.
The police are involved.
Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might be just looking into that. Still, the park's got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that did the guy in. And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's got to be up.
How do you know where they're from?
Let's just say that when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. Anyway, that's everyone who's caught in my eye.
You found all of them in so little time? I really did hire the best.
It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai, P.I.
P.I.
No, wait. Make that Richter Kai investigator extraordinaire.
An investigator extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention to yourself?
You bet. An investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit.
Well, that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising, am I right?
Whichever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. Seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. Standing around. Okay, the size hasn't changed. Talk to him again.
There's something I need to tell you.
What's up?
Well, that girl, Michio Shirashi.
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 The one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping?
That's her. Well, she's dead.
She's what?
The student who committed suicide last week, that was her.
I heard something like that had happened. Never got the name, though. Talk about bad luck. We finally get a lead, only to find it's turned into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Jonoichi was so shaken up. He said she was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave?
It seems like we're back where we started.
Not necessarily. That teacher knows something. I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'd put money on him having something to do with Miss Shirashi's death. That's why she's so scared of being cursed by her.
I see.
And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping.
What?
In any case, I think I got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch.
A hunch.
Well, more of a theory. Care to take a guess?
I can guess, I couldn't say. I can guess, maybe? I can't say for certain, but... the top one, I think.
Okay. I mean, it would make sense. You can't, yeah, so that.
With a curse? With murder? Blackmail?
Well, she's dead, so. What if Mr. Jonoichi silenced Michiyu Shirashi with murder?
What do you think?
I see. So you think Mr. Arashi's death might have not been suicide? That would certainly give him a good reason to think she'd hold a grudge, but I'm not sure I buy it. That might be a little bit far-fetched.
I see. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. I'm not really cut out to play detective.
Well, no point dwelling on speculation. The truth will out in time. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Jonoichi. That's probably that options there is probably going to be something that we come back to with more knowledge. If I had to guess.
Is something wrong?
Not really. It just struck me. It's been 20 years since the Najima murders.
So it has.
Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. Only if they're found to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course.
That's right, I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society.
I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation.
Oh, really?
They keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employers. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities so they don't be recognized in the workplace.
My. The way you put it is that you're saying
Fumichika Najima
could be out on parole right now. Back in society under a new name, with nobody any the wiser.
It's possible.
Oh gosh.
As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if that was Najima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind.
I see. How unsettling. Now that you mentioned it, I just remembered something too.
What was it?
I was passing Komageta High School a little while ago when I saw someone. A janitor, I think. And I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumikia Najima. Oh my god.
Oh?
He looked like a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remember too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps a nudge. Perhaps it was him after all. So, what's next?
The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think.
I see. All right.
Suspend. So I guess we have to hit suspend. That's interesting. You cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation has changed, select resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chat. Okay, so I guess we have to go back and find more
That will be it.
Yeah, for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this was just going to be a short stream. We're going to get back into it. Possibly tomorrow.
Yeah.
Possibly tomorrow. We've got some plans early on in the day, but we hope to possibly get back on tomorrow because we know we were going to be just doing a short stream tonight. So hopefully tomorrow we can get back, do a little bit longer, hop into Tetsuyo and Yako's stories, and maybe figure out what the hell is going on here.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, so do we want to raid anywhere? Let's go check out. Anyone have any suggestions for raids also would be good. We got, oh boy, some Super Mario Party going on.
got Omega that we tried to raid last time and couldn't do it.
No, well, we did, but he was he was in the middle of a long marathon stream and was not there at the moment. You want to go try and let's see if he's actually there this time. Running? No, so he's not. Same case again. Same case again. Yeah, so well, there's not too many people on a Friday night. Might just have to call it a night. I don't know. Yeah, might just have to call it a night. There's not too many people on. Not that we know, at least. Not that we would end up rating. So.
Let me see on my.
I see Joy is streaming. Joy is doing like a collab stream with like 4 other people playing Mario Party though. The new Mario Party.
Yeah.
So that seems like a busy stream to go pop into.
Let me see. That's us. She's playing.
Some Silent Hill going on there.
She's playing Zelda. So, Catherine Lynn used to work at Square Enix.
I know who that is.
So she was the one that
she raids with, or she raided at one point with Lynn as well.
And she also did that.
Announced the jacket.
Yeah.
Let's go do that.
She has got another job somewhere. But
yeah, I know.
She got let go from Square Enix, bless her.
And she's playing the game that you finally beat there. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
Oh my god. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is amazing.
When did you beat that? A couple days ago now?
A couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. And I want to play Link's Awakening now because it's so good.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't played that and has any interest in it, I've watched Jess play it. I've watched a couple other people play it. It looks like a lot of fun.
It is so fun.
A lot of fun. Chris, I know you're big into Zelda and dove into that as well and can attest to it. But yeah, so let's go check out Catherine Lynn. I'm gonna have to follow her when we raid as well. But yes, some of you may know her from some Square Enix streams. That's where she used to do some, I guess that would be like PR, community management, and stuff like that. If any of you are familiar with, if you go to my Twitter at NFSully, you'll see it's pinned there still when I won the jacket for Crisis Core.
It was 2 years ago.
I know, that's almost coming up in 2 years ago now. Yeah, but yeah, so let's go check out. It looks like she's in, I don't know if streaming is new to her or not. So how did you just follow her on Twitter or something like that?
I followed her on Twitter, and then found out that she actually streams, so I just started to just follow her.
Another fellow Final Fantasy 14 player I know as well, so we're going to head over there, show her some love, give her a follow as well.
Have a great time at Comic-Con, Chris.
Yes, yeah, keep enjoying that. Love seeing some stuff from that.
Also, I know that Hannah Tell, who voices Max, is there as well.
I know. Is the whole cast there?
I don't know.
I know they're doing a lot of stuff with the new game coming out.
Yeah.
The whole cast was somewhere.
I think she's at Comic-Con. Let me find out.
The whole cast is somewhere, and I think it was Comic-Con.
I think it was. Let me go onto her handle.
I almost said what's it called? Life is Strange Double Rainbow, but that's that's not it.
Yeah, she's at Comic-Con.
Yeah, so I think the whole cast is there.
Yeah, so she's at Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. Oh, I wish I could have met her.
I'm sure we'll have a chance.
Honestly, she's a lovely, lovely woman.
Yeah. She's
really, really nice. When the game came out in 2015, I spoke to her a lot. I've actually got her on my Facebook. I have Nick Schreiner, who plays Nathan, on my Facebook too.
Oh, not Nathan.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
I'm sure he's a much nicer person in real life.
I have them both on my Facebook. She's really, really sweet, and I wish I could have met her. I'm really gutted, but it is what it is.
There'll be more opportunities in the future. So you enjoy that, Chris. Everyone, thanks for hanging out tonight. Let's go send a raid over to Catherine Lynn. Give her a follow, and we will talk to you hopefully tomorrow, guys. So until then, though, enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend if we don't talk to you tomorrow. And, yeah.
Later.
Later.